Hi, and welcome to the vlog. It's Monday, beginning of a new week. How are you feeling? Chances are, if you're like many people, you're dragging yourself to work this morning. You don't really feel like being there. You don't really feel like ending the weekend and starting a new week. Maybe, if you're lucky, you're actually excited. You're excited at the new opportunities, a new start, and ready to get going in a new week. I hope that's the case for you. But if you fall into the former group, then I want to give you a little push, a little motivation, I guess. Mondays are great opportunities to start fresh, to start anew, to wipe the slate clean, and to begin again. And beginning is what I want this post to be all about. You know, it took me a long time to figure this out, but it's probably the biggest success secret that I've discovered in my journey through professional and personal development. It's something that most of us don't realize or we don't want to recognize. It's very simple, but like many simple ideas, it's also very powerful. You need to begin. You know, I meet so many people, myself among them when I got started, who have these great dreams, these great goals, these things that they want to accomplish in their life, and yet they haven't done anything about them. They remain dreams, they remain ideas, instead of things that they're actively pursuing. And if you get to really questioning these people about why they haven't accomplished these things, often the answer comes down to one simple thing: fear. They are afraid that they won't accomplish the goal. They're afraid that they won't do it as well as somebody else. They're afraid of what someone else might say or think about them trying to achieve it. And so they fail to do the most important thing that any of us can do when we're trying to start something new, make a change, or pursue a dream. They fail to start. You know, it can be very easy when you start on a new project, a new career, a new goal, to look at the people who have already arrived at where you want to go and think, I can never get there. As an example, as a speaker and an author, I look at people who are much further along in their careers, and it's very easy for me to look at someone like a Robin Sharma or a Tony Robbins or somebody like that and think, I don't know if I can ever get there. But if I watch those people and get paralyzed by everything that they've accomplished, then I fail to do the most important thing that I can do to pursue my goals. I fail to start. You know, we can get so paralyzed by fear or by overanalyzing what we should do first or by worrying that we're going to make a mistake that we never even start. And that's the biggest mistake you can make. Here's a secret for you. In order to be good at anything, you first need to be willing to be bad at it. You need to stink at something before you can get good at it. In order to be a great singer, you first have to be willing to be a crummy singer. In order to be a great runner, you need to first be willing to be a bad runner. In order to be a great writer, you first need to be willing to be a crummy writer. Because if you're ever going to achieve any measure of success in any area of your life, you're going to have to start at the beginning. You're going to have to start at the bottom. You're going to have to be a novice first. Think about anything that you've learned in your life. Think about when you learned to ride a bike. That's a pretty universal lesson that most of us have learned. When you started riding a bike, how good were you at it? Did you jump on the bike and take off? Chances are no. Chances are you got up onto the bike, maybe your mom or dad or aunt or uncle was holding the bike up straight for you so that it wouldn't tip over. And you got on and you got your handles and your pedals on, your feet on the pedals and your hands on the handles rather, and you got ready to go. And you started to pedal and whoever was holding the bike kind of ran along with you for a minute. And then as you got moving, they let you go and you pedaled 2 or 3 pedals and you tipped over. And you fell and maybe you scraped your knee. And then you got back up and you did it again. And this time maybe you pedaled 3 or 4 pedals further and you fell over. And then you got back up and you did it again, and you did it again, and you did it again. And then eventually, you were able to stay upright and ride that bike. We all recognize that when we're teaching someone to ride a bike, that's the process. Falling is part of the process. Being bad at riding the bike is part of learning how to be good at riding the bike. And yet when we go to achieve other goals in our lives, especially as adults, we seem to think that we're supposed to just be good at it right away. We seem to think that if we aren't going to be good at it right away, then we shouldn't even do it because there are other people so much better at it than we are. But nothing could be further from the truth. Now, I will grant you that some people are naturally more gifted at things than others. Some things come easier to you than others. And I don't think you're meant to do everything in life. Okay, there are reasons that some people are doctors and some people are musicians and some people are artists and some people are scientists. Okay, we're not all meant to do the same things. However, if there is something that you deeply want to do, then chances are you have what it takes to do it, or you wouldn't have that desire in the first place. But what I know for sure is that you will never accomplish what it is you set out to do if you never get started, if you aren't willing to be bad at it first. Another great example is writing a book. Now, I've written a book, I'm working on a second one, and people say, well, how did you do it? I've always wanted to write a book. Here's how I did it. I wrote a lot. I wrote every day. And I threw out way more of what I wrote than what I kept. A lot of my writing was really bad. Some of the writing that made it in the book is still not where I'd like it to be. But I was willing to be bad in order to be better. We have to be willing to be crummy before we can be great. And so I challenge you, whatever it is in your life that you need to get started on, whether it's a fitness program, whether it's a new skill you need to learn at work, whether it's a new language you want to learn or a new career you want to embark on, get started. You need to start. You need to be willing to start small. You need to be willing to start at the beginning. You need to be willing to fail. And you need to be willing to be bad at it so that someday you can be great at it. So go out there and suck. Go out there and fall down. Go out there and make mistakes. Just get started. By getting started, you'll already be ahead of more than 50% of your competition who's still sitting on the couch thinking about it. Do me a favor and share in the comments below the thing in your life that you're waiting to get started on. That thing that you've been paralyzed by fear or by worry or concerned that you're going to make a mistake or concerned that somebody else is going to be better at it than you. Share what that is below and share with everybody what it is you're going to do to get started on that goal. Let's support each other. Until next time, remember, don't live every day like it's your last day. Just be alive every day.